So I'm heading to group class here Saturday morning. We do these for clients a few times a month. They're just free access. Clients can come drop in anytime they like. It's a good place to practice. I quite honestly wish more people would bring their dogs who I work with. It would help them, benefit them, help socialize a new puppy in a productive way. I have my dog. I bring him. He likes it. It's more for him than anything else. So yeah, just working, studying for school. It's a lot going on. One thing about my job that makes it difficult, and I don't really complain about it, I rant, whatever people have said to me, is that the nature of what I have to tell people to do in a lot of instances is at the very core, or actually tell them what they have to change, and complete 180 from how they're interpreting, acting towards, communicating with, coexisting, time put in, all of that, complete 180 for what their dogs need, especially when they're calling me with an issue, and even a puppy. And most people don't raise their puppies properly. I mean, look at all the dogs. They're very, imbalanced. They have no ability to just exist, and they have no listening skills. Most dogs don't have a solid off-leash recall. And I know what it takes to make that happen. Time, effort, and care. Right? So anyway, the nature of what I have to tell a lot of people to change, at their very core, it's like their entire existence is based on this way of operating to their dog. That's their whole psychological schema towards life. And I'm saying it again, I try to be respectful, even though, sometimes people ain't seeing what it is, and that's their cross to bear. But when they're paying me to tell them what to do for their dog, I can't say otherwise. I can't say, oh, it's going to be okay, or, yeah, I know you're busy, this and that, your dog's going to care about that. They don't. That's why your dogs are acting out, because you're not willing to be conscious of how your dog's seeing it. You're acting on your interpretation, and for a lot of people, what they're seeing or what they believe is so strong inside, it deludes them from seeing the reality that's sitting in front of them. And animals aren't like that. Animals are pure existence. That's why you want to know what's reality? Talk to someone like me, someone on the spectrum, someone who's dealt with animals their entire life, and they'll tell you exactly what's going on, because we're wired differently, because we know that when we tell you how we're seeing it, you give the same reaction that when I tell you how the dogs are seeing it. And that's fine. I understand that dynamic. I understand the phenomena in themselves better than they know themselves. The problem is when you point it out and articulate it, all with the intent to help and bring some self-awareness to the situation so it can help their dogs. It's all that matters, the dogs. Not about me, not about them, it's the dogs. They get very upset, they get resistant, they try to buffer. The big one is the buffer, okay, enough. They ask me a question, I send them out of care. I took the time for that. I'm sending them a whole detail of what you do, step by step, all these things to understand it, because clearly in what they're doing and saying, they're not getting it. That's why I over-articulate it, to maybe hope something click in their brain, and then they reduce their responses, then it's an okay, and then to me, it's a mental laziness. It's a mindset that I personally don't even exist in. I don't want that around me. I'll help people with it, but again, if you're not willing to change at least a little bit for your dog, they don't usually end up as clients. It's funny, but it's sad, and it really makes me have to work harder than I do to earn a living and seek out clients. And this happens in LA the most. This is the big one. Is you have someone who's been to multiple trainers. They kept wanting that positive reinforcement to work because they're a woke person. So let's call it what it is. Very extreme liberal people and woke people want their dogs trained in a certain way and raise their kids and approach life in a way. And there's a lot of them here in LA. And I'm a liberal guy. I'm not like an ultra-conservative MAGA. I'm not that at all. But I exist in reality, and I know what structure is, and I know what consistency. And again, I don't let my mind's eye and my feelings and my ideologies drive my interpretation of reality. And with animals, you can't. It just isn't going to work for my job. So you show them results. You show them the dog's so much happier, better, big time stuffing, reactivity, whatever it is. They're confirming it. I mean, they're not that deluded where they can't see that reality. Yeah, I guess the dog's doing better. Wow, I've never seen that. They're so calm, so well behaved, not doing the behavior we were struggling with after all these trainers and time. And they still don't hire me after the first lesson, because you see it. They're in this existential quagmire, if you will, because it's like they know what they're seeing. They know that, Jesus, everything against everything I believe in, and my way of seeing it, it's like I thought I was right about this, and my kind heart, and don't tell others what to do, and this, and they see that was dead on causing the issue. Because when you approach it from a different perspective, reality's perspective, the dog's perspective, you see almost instantaneous results. That's why trainers, we're not magicians. A good solid trainer is seeing it this way to one degree or another, and has the techniques to communicate that intent to the dog. Even the dog sense the energy in that too. But that is something, I get that not often, but it happens enough to, in my mind, think of different cases that I've seen in the past year, let's say, like that, where you go to their house. They're very nice. I'm not saying it's like a bad vibe. I mean, everything's nice, kind, appreciative, helpful, but you see it. You see it. It's like, I know I got to go to the dark side, but I can't help it. It's like a lot of people, it's like, and again, they still have to hold on to ideology. It's like, again, California. There's people here who think a certain way towards the policies, and they see it. This place, I'm driving past trash potholes. I'm looking at, as we speak, narrating real time, that I am seeing a shithole of a place that people spend a lot of money to live here in taxes. But it's like, no, we got to do this and that, and that's the priority. The feel-good stuff, the inclusive, all that shit. That, again, we're all good humans. Like, stop with the overexpression of it. If you're a bad human, I mean, it's anyway. But they're not going to do anything about it. They can't get out of their ideologies, and it's sad. It's really sad. But these people, I want to call it brainwashed, stuck, trained, Kool-Aid drank, whatever it is. But yeah, and I've talked about it. Some people actually get downright mad at me. They'll actually have like dog trainer derangement syndrome, and they'll just like go off on me or say something like I'm just telling you what I tell everyone else. You're just hearing it differently, and when I point out that you're hearing it differently, you go crazy. You melt down. I can't help you with that. And it's sad because dogs have no control over who they live with their entire life. And being taken care of, loved, having a big house, a big yard, the best food, all the love, all the pets, on the furniture, all that stuff. You think you're giving your dog a great life. A lot of these dogs are some of the most, and people, right? People, some of the most miserable, discontented, most anxious, reactive dogs. Dogs don't get miserable. They get unless they're like in a real distress situation where they're not getting their needs met or physically harmed. But if they're just like too anxious, feeling responsible, feeling like a baby, not a dog, not going out and doing some nature activities. None of these people hike with their dogs. They walk around the block, or they throw a ball in the yard, if that. I'd even say that's good. So anyway, I know, again, you're ranting, but no, I'm telling the reality, and I care a lot. So let me say with passion. Also, God damn it, I'm autistic. I have a certain way that I'm trying to express myself, and I'm not yelling, and I'm just saying because I care and have a lot of passion about things. There's a few things. Dogs is the biggest thing. And I'm sorry I have feeling. I'm sorry I care so much that I'm willing to express myself. But yeah, I'm getting tired of that too. We'll do other videos about this, and I'm going to start. My next book's going to be about this, about my life and what I've had to experience, and raising my daughter on the spectrum, and how that all tied into my career working with animals. Again, I don't want to go too off the rails here, but yeah, it's people are very, and a lot of the people, I'll leave it at this because this is the big joke. A lot of the people who are, Elon Musk talked about this yesterday, right? Where I saw a video about him saying is like a lot of the people over how they're kind and gentle, and I won't put a collar on my dog's neck, and right? The positive trainers, they are so, first of all, they cause a lot of harm, a wake of destruction, dead dogs, miserable dogs, owners' money taken in their wake, but also they are nasty inside. They try to do very horrible things. I'm saying a lot of them react very quickly. Again, going to a deeper level, not really. It may be in like positive trainers, but with the, not with I see clients. With clients, it's usually nice and polite. Sometimes people get a little sharp-tongued with me, and I'm gonna stand my ground. There's a certain level of respect that you need to show me, and a certain level of like, be appreciative that I'm trying to help you, right? Like, don't, like, I'm giving you 110%. Please don't like argue with me with something I'm telling you is going to help you, and my track record proves. Anyway, on and on and on and on, right? So, yeah. So again, let me leave it at that. But I don't know. This is a good point I think I made. I think it's an important point. I think other trainers will understand more of where I'm coming from than I think owners would. But maybe again, all I care about is maybe someone saying, "Wow, I kind of do that," or "I do that with my trainer," or "I'm one of Brett's clients and I've done that with him, and maybe I should have taken a step back and seen what he was trying to teach me, so I could have actually helped my dog better." then the video is worth making. Have a great day. Train your dog. It's Saturday morning. Get out there and do something.